I would definitely say we did. And it all started with, me wanting to help his health,
Will Smith has been hurt way more by the Chris Rock Netflix special than we ever realized. Shocking news has come to light about Will Smith's health and just how the comments that Chris Rock made have affected him. And let me tell you right now, this is going to open a whole new can of worms. The Men in Black star recently reacted to Chris's new comedy special, and let's just say he's not thrilled about it. In case you forgot, the two had a major altercation at the 94th Annual Academy Awards ceremony back in March of 2022. Chris made a crude joke about Will's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, and let's just say it did not go over well. Jada has been open about her struggle with alopecia, a condition that causes hair loss. So when Chris compared her to a character with a buzz cut in G.I. Jane, it struck a nerve. Will's protective instincts kicked in, and he slapped Chris right then and there.
Oh, wow! Wow!
But that's not even half of it, folks. The uncensored footage that aired internationally revealed what was really said between the two stars. Chris couldn't believe it when Will smacked him, and from afar, he could be heard exclaiming, "Will Smith just smacked the SHT out of me." Meanwhile, Will was yelling at Chris to keep Jada's name out of his mouth. Yikes! Fast forward to today, and Chris is now airing out all the dirty details in his new Netflix special. Needless to say, Will is not happy about it. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air alum recently reacted to Chris's selective outrage special, and it's safe to say he's hurt. Will never imagined that their altercation would become fodder for Chris's comedy routine, and it's left him feeling betrayed. According to insiders, Will is embarrassed and hurt by the comments Chris made about him and his family in the special. He didn't even watch it himself, but he's been bombarded with online comments and social media posts about it. It's enough to make anyone's blood pressure rise, but for Will, it's especially concerning. Let's take a look back at how Will reacted the last time to pressure.
That man, Uncle Will, damn it. Why are you trying to Oprah me?
Many on the internet suggest that the recent comments made by Chris Rock are having a severe impact on Will Smith's mental well-being. Despite putting in a lot of work on himself and his mental health, it seems that this latest drama may be pushing him to the brink. According to insiders, Will has attempted to make peace with Chris but feels as though he's being attacked all over again. This will likely have caused him significant distress, and the Smith family is concerned about the long-term effects it could have on his health. Will has already apologized to Chris for the incident at the Oscars, where he smacked the comedian for making a crude joke about his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. But it seems like Chris is not willing to let it go as he continues to reference the slap in his comedy routine. In fact, during his latest set, Chris even called Will Suge Smith, a reference to the notorious Death Row Records CEO who's currently serving a 28-year sentence for manslaughter. It's clear that this feud is far from over, and Will is not taking it lightly. He's upset that Netflix gave Chris a platform to insult his family, and he's concerned about the impact this drama will have on his health. Chris Rock did not hold back when it came to his thoughts on the Smiths' marriage.
He knows what the happened. Everybody that really knows I had nothing to do with that shit. I didn't have any entanglement.
During the recent stand-up show, he made it clear that Jada Pinkett's public admission of infidelity on her show, Red Table Talk, was far more hurtful for Will than the physical slap he received from Will Smith himself.
Will Smith practices selective outrage.
Will Smith practices selective outrage, Chris declared, "Everybody that really knows I had nothing to do with that S. I didn't have any entanglements." The funnyman went on to suggest that cheating is nothing new in Hollywood and that everyone in the industry has experienced it in one way or another. However, he drew the line at publicly discussing it with the person who cheated on you on national television. None of us have ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television. None of us. Why the F would you do that S? She hurt him way more than he hurt me? Okay. But that wasn't the only controversial comment made by Chris Rock. In the comedian's latest Netflix special, he made a joke about Will Smith's new movie Emancipation. According to TMZ, the special leaked, and those who saw it claimed that he makes a joke about how he watched Emancipation just to see Will Smith get whipped.
Emancipation just to see him get whooped.
And it seems like watching Smith get whipped in his latest movie Emancipation was a form of revenge for Rock. While some fans are defending Rock's right to speak his mind after years of silence, others are calling him out for bringing up the incident again and again. But can you blame him? Getting slapped on international television is no small thing. What do you think? Should Rock be allowed to joke about the incident, or is it time to let it go and move on? Rock finished his segment with a retort to a common question he's received about why he didn't fight back against Smith. "Cause I got parents? Because I was raised?" He said, "You know what my parents told me? Don't fight in front of white people." Despite the controversy surrounding his comments, a source close to Rock says he's ready to move on after his Netflix special. He said everything he wanted to say, the source said. It was funny, self-deprecating, and thought-provoking. According to People, Will Smith is turning to his family for support in the aftermath of the incident with Chris Rock. Family is important to him and leaned on them, said a source. It all has helped him look inside and mature. He is better but still remorseful. The source also revealed that Will has become a better person by listening to those who tried to help him. Meanwhile, Page 6 reports that Chris Rock still hasn't accepted Will's apology. Will did call Chris last year after the Oscars, but Chris didn't pick up, and they haven't spoken since, the source shared. Will has not apologized to Chris Rock in person, and Chris isn't expecting it. The source also said that the comedy set was a form of closure for Chris, and he wanted to do it in a safe space. In his apology video titled "It's Been a Minute," released in July 2022, Will revealed that he's tried to reach out to Chris, who wasn't ready to talk yet. "I've reached out to Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out," Will said. "So I will say to you, Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk." In the video, Will also expressed his regret for not realizing the impact of his actions. He said, "I saw an interview that his mother did. That's one of the things about that moment I didn't realize. I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment." Will apologized to Chris's family and specifically mentioned Tony Rock, Chris's younger brother, who he had a great relationship with. Will knows that their relationship may be irreparable, but he wants to make amends nonetheless. The Academy Awards Committee has also weighed in on the matter, and their decision is clear. Will is banned from attending any Academy events or programs, in person or virtually, for the next 10 years. This includes presenting awards to successors. The Academy expressed their gratitude towards Chris for handling the situation with grace and thanked everyone else involved for their poise and understanding during the telecast. On April 1st, 2022, Will Smith announced his resignation from the Academy and issued a public statement condemning his own behavior at the previous year's Oscars. "My actions at the 94th Academy Awards presentation were shocking, painful, and inexcusable," Smith said. "I betrayed the trust of the Academy. I deprived other nominees and winners of their opportunity to celebrate and be celebrated for their extraordinary work. I am heartbroken." He also acknowledged the harm caused to those directly involved. "The list of those I have heard is long and includes Chris, his family, many of my dear friends and loved ones, all those in attendance, and global audiences at home." Jimmy Kimmel, on the other hand, didn't hold back during his monologue. Kimmel quipped, "If anyone in this theater commits an act of violence at any point in the show, you will be awarded the Oscar for Best Actor and permitted to give a 19-minute-long speech." Kimmel didn't stop there, as he seemed to poke fun at Denzel Washington and Bradley Cooper, who were seen consoling Smith after he smacked Rock last year, saying, "Sit there and do absolutely nothing. Maybe even give the assailant a hug." Despite the incident, Smith still managed to take home the Best Actor award for his role in King Richard and gave a lengthy, emotional speech. It remains to be seen where Will's life goes from here. That's all for the video. Thanks for watching and goodbye.